Now we're going to start to make the mix. In the sink, I have drained the black beans and the beets in a strainer or colander to get all the liquid out. And I'm going to just put that into the bowl. And now I'm going to use the tool I showed you earlier, and I'm going to just start mashing all this together. I happen to have a can of sliced beets in the pantry, which is what I'm using, but if you can find, I don't know if they come chopped. I mean, if you're getting sliced, you're going to have to do more work to mush them up and get them to not be big hunks in your burgers. So this is just getting in there with physical labor and mushing these together. You don't need them to be perfectly pasty. You just need them to be, I don't know, mushed up. Because we're going to add the refried beans to this too, which is really going to help it stick together. And you're going to have pieces of actual beans in your burger and pieces of beets, but you don't want like anything too big. I mean, again, it's to taste. So whenever you're making these burgers or any type of burger that's a veggie burger, you can really throw anything in it you like. You can throw in cooked sweet potatoes. You could throw in corn. You could throw in whatever you like. You know, there are veggie burgers that are sweet potato burgers. I mean, there are lots of like really good options on what to put in your veggie burgers. If you're going to put sweet potato in, you have to cook the sweet potato first. Even just microwaving it is fine. Make sure you get this stirred around, because I don't know if you noticed, but there was still some slices that hadn't even been chopped up. So you can see this is getting pretty mushy. That's really good. Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay, now what we're going to add to this, we have our, sorry, I got my hand in the way. I have finely chopped our garlic, onion, and green pepper. Now, if you're trying to do this on a budget, you want to buy whole produce and chop it yourself. But for convenience sake, of course, you can buy the onions and the peppers already cut up in the produce section. Keep in mind that when the grocery store is pre-cutting anything, fruit or vegetables, you know, they're cutting it in their kitchen on their equipment, and not that you would ever get sick from that, but I'm just saying that you have more hands involved and more machinery involved. So this way you're in control of everything. You buy whole produce, you wash your produce, it's much cheaper, and you cut it yourself. But of course, for convenience, you're going to pay more to have it already cut at the grocery store. Now for the garlic, you can just buy a jar of chopped garlic, and it's usually in the produce section. Sometimes I think it's usually refrigerated. And you need to keep that refrigerated, and that's really easy because it's just garlic and it's already been chopped for you. Again, it's more expensive than the spine and clove of garlic, but for time and convenience, that's what, you know, it's a good thing to do. All right, back to the bowl. We will now go back to the bowl. Oopsie, gotta get this. Oh, I probably just had lots of direction changes. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm gonna add to my bowl the garlic, the onions, and the peppers. Now again, for the onions and peppers, it's really to taste, and I had a really big onion. I would normally use half a pepper, or like a quarter of a green pepper and a quarter of a red pepper and half an onion, but that onion was really big, so I ended up using like a quarter of it. So you're just gonna like mix it all in, get it all incorporated. At this point, you don't really need this tool anymore, but you can use a spatula, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video and we're gonna start another video in a minute.